The dinner table has always been where America's stories unfold. Through decades of backyard gatherings, holiday celebrations, and neighborhood potlucks, these 25 forgotten appetizers have earned their place in our national food history. Each bite carries the flavor of a particular era and awakens childhood memories for those lucky enough to have grown up with these classic starters. Deviled eggs. The perfect deviled egg balances tangy and creamy flavors in a bite-sized package. Dating back to ancient Rome, these party favorites reached peak popularity during the 1950s, when no American gathering was complete without a deviled egg platter. The classic recipe combines egg yolks with mayonnaise, mustard, and paprika, though many family recipes include secret ingredients passed down through generations. When church socials and community gatherings were central to American life, the deviled egg tray was often the first to empty. Today, chefs across the country are reinventing this classic with additions like bacon, smoked salmon, or avocado, but the traditional version continues to evoke childhood memories of Sunday dinners and summer picnic. Party cheese ball. The cheese ball emerged as a cocktail party essential during the 1970s, embodying the golden age of casual entertaining. This savory sphere typically combines cream cheese, cheddar, herbs, and spices, rolled in chopped nuts or herbs to create a textural contrast that keeps guests coming back for more. The ritual of breaking into a fresh cheese ball marks the official start of countless family gatherings. Surrounded by an array of crackers, this appetizer serves as both food and conversation piece. The cheese ball represents Americana at its most practical, combining shelf-stable ingredients into something greater than the sum of its parts, while creating a communal eating experience that brings people together. Tomato aspic. The more sophisticated cousin of the basic aspic mold, tomato aspic combines tomato juice, gelatin, and often celery, onions, and other aromatics into a ruby-red molded salad. This appetizer reached peak popularity during the golden age of ladies' luncheons, when it would be served atop lettuce leaves with a dollop of mayonnaise. The tangy, cool flavor profile made tomato aspic particularly popular during warm summer months before air conditioning was widespread. For many Americans with childhood memories of the mid-century, the sight of this quivering red masterpiece signals memories of grandmother's bridge clubs and summer Sunday suppers. Cocktail meatballs. The sweet and savory combination of cocktail meatballs swimming in a sauce made from grape jelly and chili sauce represents mid-century entertaining at its finest. First appearing in community cookbooks during the 1960s, these bite-sized treats quickly became a staple at neighborhood gatherings and holiday parties. The genius of cocktail meatballs lies in their accessibility. They can be made ahead, kept warm in a slow cooker, and served with toothpicks for easy eating. Children who grew up during the golden age of suburban expansion often recall the distinctive flavor as a taste of celebration, a special food reserved for when company came over or when the holidays arrived. Pickle wraps. Also known as Minnesota sushi in the Midwest, pickle wraps combine dill pickles, cream cheese, and thinly sliced dried beef into a spiral of contrasting flavors. This humble appetizer represents the practical creativity that defines Americana cuisine, taking simple ingredients and transforming them into something greater than the sum of their parts. The tangy crunch of the pickle against the creamy cheese and savory meat creates an addictive combination that has sustained its popularity through decades of changing food trends. At potlucks across the country, these sliced pinwheels are often among the first items to disappear from the buffet table. Stuffed celery boats. Few appetizers capture Americana kitchen ingenuity like stuffed celery boats. These crisp green vessels, filled with pimento cheese, cream cheese, and olives, or peanut butter, represent practical creativity at its finest. During the golden age of home entertaining, these simple yet elegant appetizers graced countless relish trays. The gentle crunch of celery provides the perfect contrast to the creamy fillings, creating a satisfying texture combination. Many adults today recall childhood memories of helping in the kitchen by filling these edible canoes. carefully spreading the filling into each celery rib before arranging them on the family's special serving platter. Bacon-wrapped liver. Few appetizers speak to Americana resourcefulness like bacon-wrapped liver. During the golden age of cocktail parties, these savory bites appeared on toothpicks at gatherings where hosts wanted to demonstrate culinary sophistication while using affordable ingredients. The rich, mineral flavor of the liver finds perfect balance when wrapped in smoky bacon. Often served with a sweet-sour sauce for dipping, these bites represent an era when organ meats were more commonly enjoyed across American dinner tables. For those who grew up in meat and potatoes households, these appetizers often provided childhood memories of being allowed to sample grown-up food at special gatherings. Spam spread pinwheels. During World War II and in the years that followed, Spam became an Americana food icon. The pink canned meat found its way into countless recipes, including these festive pinwheels that graced cocktail parties during the golden age of processed foods. The spread typically combines ground Spam with cream cheese, pickle relish, and seasonings, which is then slathered onto soft white bread, rolled up, and sliced into colorful spirals. For those who grew up in the 1950s and 60s, these pinwheels evoke childhood memories of special occasions when adults would gather with highballs while children snuck extra appetizers from the buffet table. Crab rangoon. These crispy wontons filled with a creamy mixture of crab and cream cheese represent the American fascination with exotic foods that began in the post-war era. While not authentically Chinese, crab rangoon became a staple of Chinese-American restaurants and suburban tiki culture during the golden age of fusion cuisine. The contrast between the crunchy exterior and the molten, savory filling creates an irresistible texture combination. For many Americans, these golden triangles provided their first taste of foreign food, creating childhood memories of special family dinners out, and marking the beginning of America's love affair with global flavors adapted to American palate. Ambrosia Sunshine Salad. This sweet appetizer meets dessert, combines canned fruits, coconut, marshmallows, and sometimes nuts or maraschino cherries suspended in a cloud of whipped cream or cottage cheese. Named after the food of the gods in Greek mythology, Ambrosia became a staple of Southern dinner tables during the golden age of convenience foods. The colorful mixture represents the post-war American fascination with tropical flavors and ingredients made accessible through modern food preservation. Today, a spoonful of ambrosia can transport those who grew up in the mid-century back to childhood memories of holiday gatherings and church suppers where this sweet treat brightened up any table. Crab-stuffed mushrooms. When Americans began exploring more sophisticated flavor combinations in the 1960s and 70s, crab-stuffed mushrooms emerged as a cocktail party favorite. These savory bites combine the earthy flavor of mushrooms with sweet crab meat, breadcrumbs, and herbs, creating a perfect two-bite appetizer that feels both indulgent and refined. During the golden age of dinner parties, hosts would serve these hot from the oven, impressing guests with their culinary prowess. The aromatics of butter, garlic, and herbs filled homes across America, creating childhood memories for a generation who watched adults enjoying these sophisticated treats, while children were often offered simpler fare. Bean bundles. Green bean bundles wrapped in bacon and brushed with a brown sugar glaze represent Americana ingenuity at its finest. By elevating the humble green bean through careful arrangement and rich accompaniments, home cooks transformed everyday vegetables into special occasion food during the golden age of holiday entertaining. The contrast between the crisp, tender beans and the salty, sweet bacon creates an irresistible flavor combination. Often prepared for Thanksgiving or Christmas gatherings, these bundles create childhood memories of helping in the kitchen, wrapping bacon around beans secured with toothpicks, a task often assigned to young helpers eager to contribute to holiday preparations. Sausage balls. The humble combination of sausage, Bisquick, and shredded cheese forms the foundation of this beloved Southern appetizer. During holiday gatherings across the American South, these savory bites have marked celebrations for generations, embodying simple Americana cuisine at its most comforting. The genius of sausage balls lies in their accessibility, requiring just 3 main ingredients while delivering complex flavors and satisfying texture. The peppery kick of breakfast sausage combines with the sharp cheese and buttery biscuit mix to create golden nuggets that evoke childhood memories of Christmas mornings and family reunions for those raised in regions where this appetizer reigns supreme. Frosted sandwich loaf. Few appetizers capture the aesthetic of mid-century entertaining like the frosted sandwich loaf. This showstopper from the golden age of homemaking features layers of bread and various fillings frosted with cream cheese to resemble a cake. When sliced, the cross-section reveals colorful layers of egg salad, ham salad, chicken salad, or tuna. This labor-intensive creation represented a hostess's dedication to her guests during an era when women's magazines encouraged elaborate presentations. For children of the 1950s and 60s, the appearance of a sandwich loaf signaled truly special occasions, creating lasting childhood memories of ladies' luncheons and bridal showers. Aspic mold. The Aspic mold elevated gelatin from dessert ingredient to sophisticated dinner course during America's mid-century entertaining heyday. These elaborate creations, savory gelatin suspending carefully arranged vegetables, meats, or seafood, showcased the hostess's artistic eye and technical skill during the golden age of molded foods. Clear gelatin made from consommé or chicken stock created a window-like effect, displaying the colorful ingredients within. The unmolding process became a dramatic moment of kitchen theater as the hostess held her breath while inverting the mold onto a serving plate, hoping for a clean release that would maintain the design's integrity. Creating these edible showcases required planning and precision. Ingredients needed to be added in stages as the gelatin partially set to achieve the perfect suspension. This attention to detail embodied the Americana pursuit of domestic perfection that defined 1950s and 60s homemaking. Children of this era hold vivid memories of these quivering masterpieces at holiday tables, their translucent beauty often more appreciated visually than gastronomically. While modern tastes have largely moved away from savory gelatin, the Aspic mold remains an important chapter in America's culinary history. Crown jewel dessert. Also known as broken glass dessert, this Technicolor creation suspends cubes of different flavored gelatin in a white background of sweetened condensed milk and more gelatin. When sliced, the colorful squares resemble stained glass or precious gems, creating a visual spectacle that delighted guests during the golden age of gelatin creations. This appetizer dessert hybrid represents post-war America's love affair with color and novelty in food. For children growing up in the 1950s and 60s, the appearance of crown jewel dessert signaled special occasions and created lasting childhood memories of birthdays and holiday celebrations, where this colorful treat took center stage. Cold fried chicken. Cold fried chicken might seem like an entree, but its appearance on countless picnic tables and buffets as a finger food earns it a place among America's great appetizers. During the golden age of outdoor entertaining, this portable protein became the centerpiece of wicker picnic baskets and family gatherings. The genius lies in how fried chicken actually improves after cooling as flavors deepen and textures set. Prepared the day before and refrigerated overnight, it became the ultimate make-ahead dish for hosts who wanted to enjoy their own parties without last-minute cooking. The distinctive crunch of cold breading giving way to tender meat created childhood memories for generations of Americans who associate this food with summer freedom. Eating outdoors with fingers instead of forks, the rules of the dining room temporarily suspended. This dish represents Americana practicality at its finest, solving the challenge of feeding groups away from kitchen conveniences. While hot fried chicken receives most culinary attention today, the cold version deserves recognition for its unique place in America's food heritage and its continued appearance at outdoor gatherings. Glorified rice. This sweet, fluffy creation straddled the line between appetizer and dessert during America's mid-century meal patterns. Glorified rice combined cooked rice, whipped cream, crushed pineapple, and marshmallows into a cloud-like dish that became a fixture at church suppers and family gatherings throughout the golden age of molded salads. The contrast between the soft rice grains and the sweet, creamy binding created a textural experience unlike anything else on the table. Often tinted pink with maraschino cherry juice and studded with the cherries themselves, this dish brought color and sweetness to meals. Glorified rice originated in Scandinavian American communities of the upper Midwest before spreading nationwide through community cookbooks and women's magazines. It represents Americana cultural exchange, taking an everyday staple like rice and transforming it through immigrant influences and new convenience ingredients. Many Americans carry childhood memories of this sweet starter appearing at family gatherings, its presence signaling celebration rather than everyday meals. While rarely seen on contemporary tables, glorified rice deserves recognition as a unique regional contribution to America's appetizer heritage. Ham mousse. The ham mousse represented the pinnacle of mid-century elegance on American buffet tables. This sophisticated creation combined ground ham with unflavored gelatin, mayonnaise, and seasonings into a smooth, spreadable mixture that could be molded into decorative shapes for the golden age of formal entertaining. Often formed in ring molds with center compartments filled with additional garnishes, ham mousse showcased the hostess's technical skill and artistic eye. The pink-hued creation might be decorated with piped mayonnaise, olive slices, or parsley sprigs, creating an edible centerpiece that guests approached with both camera and spreader in hand. The mousse required careful attention to temperature and timing, allowing the gelatin mixture to partially set before adding whipped cream to achieve the perfect light texture. This technical precision exemplified Americana culinary ambition during a period when homemaking was elevated to professional status. Children who grew up watching these creations take shape hold memories of being allowed to help with simple garnishing tasks, learning the importance of presentation alongside flavor. While contemporary tastes have shifted away from molded meat dishes, ham mousse represents an important chapter in America's entertaining history. Perfection salad. Few dishes embody early 20th century American culinary innovation like perfection salad. This molded creation of chopped vegetables suspended in tangy lemon gelatin earned its creator, Mrs. John E. Cook, third prize in a 1904 cooking contest sponsored by Knox Gelatin, launching generations of gelatin-based starters. During the golden age of home economics, this salad represented scientific cooking at its finest, preserving vegetables' nutritional value while transforming them into an elegant form. The crisp cabbage, celery, and bell peppers provided textural contrast to the smooth gelatin, while vinegar and lemon juice added brightness. Served on lettuce leaves and topped with mayonnaise, perfection salad appeared at ladies' luncheons and dinner parties as a symbol of modernity and precision. The name itself reflected the Americana pursuit of domestic perfection that dominated women's magazines of the era. Those who grew up in mid-century America hold childhood memories of these molded salads appearing for company meals, their presence signaling special occasions. While contemporary diners might view savory gelatin with skepticism, perfection salad deserves recognition as an innovative approach to serving vegetables that shaped American dining for decades. Chicken loaf. The chicken loaf showcases American home cooks' ingenuity in transforming leftover poultry into an elegant appetizer. During the golden age of economical entertaining, this molded creation combined ground-cooked chicken with eggs, breadcrumbs, and seasonings, then baked until firm and sliceable. Often served cold with crackers or as thin sandwiches at afternoon teas, chicken loaf represented both thrift and sophistication. The ability to stretch expensive protein into multiple servings while presenting it beautifully embodied Americana practicality dressed in party clothes. The preparation involved careful handling to achieve the perfect texture, substantial enough to slice cleanly, yet tender enough to spread easily. Some home cooks added pimento for color or mushrooms for umami depth, creating signature versions that became family traditions. Children who grew up in households where chicken loaf appeared hold memories of its presence at bridge club gatherings or ladies' auxiliary meetings. While contemporary tastes have largely moved away from molded meat dishes, chicken loaf deserves recognition as an important solution to the perpetual challenge of elegant yet economical entertaining. Salmon loaf. The salmon loaf elevated canned fish to company status during America's mid-century era of practical elegance. This molded creation combined canned salmon with breadcrumbs, eggs, and seasonings, then baked until firm enough to slice, creating an economical yet impressive appetizer during the golden age of home entertaining. Often unmolded onto the hostess's best serving platter and garnished with cucumber slices, lemon wedges, and parsley sprigs, salmon loaf demonstrated how skilled homemakers could transform pantry staples into something special. The distinctive pink color brightened buffet tables and signaled sophistication despite its humble ingredients. Preparation required attention to detail, carefully removing bones and skin from canned salmon, adding just enough binder for structure without heaviness, and achieving the perfect baking time for a moist result. These technical aspects embodied Americana domestic science principles popularized in women's magazines. Many Americans carry childhood memories of this dish appearing on Fridays in Catholic households or at ladies' luncheons where its nutrition and elegance were equally valued. While rarely seen on contemporary tables, salmon loaf represents an important chapter in America's resourceful cooking heritage. Watergate salad. This fluffy green concoction with the politically inspired name captures America's 1970s fascination with instant foods. Combining pistachio pudding mix, crushed pineapple, whipped topping, marshmallows, and pecans, Watergate salad appeared at potlucks and family gatherings during the golden age of convenience cooking. The distinctive mint green color made it instantly recognizable on buffet tables. Though often served as dessert, its frequent appearance alongside savory appetizers at church suppers and holiday meals earns it a place in America's appetizer heritage as a sweet counterpoint to saltier offerings. The name itself, reportedly inspired by the Watergate scandal, reflects Americana humor finding its way into the kitchen. Though the connection between the political event and the recipe remains unclear, the name stuck and helped propel the dish to national popularity.
Shrimp cocktail. Shrimp cocktail was the epitome of elegance and simplicity in the 1970s. Large, tender shrimp were served chilled, often arranged artfully on the rim of a cocktail glass filled with tangy, zesty cocktail sauce. This dish brought a touch of sophistication to parties and gatherings, appealing to guests with its luxurious feel and timeless flavor. The secret to a great shrimp cocktail lay in its preparation. Hosts would carefully poach the shrimp until perfectly tender, then chill them to lock in their delicate sweetness. The cocktail sauce, a mixture of ketchup, horseradish, lemon juice, and Worcestershire sauce, added a bold and spicy contrast that complemented the shrimp beautifully. Shrimp cocktail's popularity in the 1970s was also tied to its visual appeal. The bright pink shrimp and vibrant red sauce created a stunning presentation that stood out on any buffet table. It was a dish that conveyed a sense of occasion, making it a staple at upscale parties and holiday dinners. While shrimp cocktail remains a beloved appetizer today, its role as a centerpiece of 1970s entertaining highlights its enduring charm and versatility. For those who grew up during the era, it remains a nostalgic reminder of an age when sophistication and simplicity went hand in hand.
Volcano chicken wings. Volcano chicken wings, a staple of mid-century tiki culture, burst onto the scene as a bold tropical appetizer. Crispy wings were coated in a fiery glaze of chili paste, pineapple juice, and soy sauce, then garnished with sesame seeds and scallions for a fresh finish. During the 1950s and 60s, these wings became synonymous with the vibrant tiki party craze, their spicy sweet flavor pairing perfectly with Mai Tais and pina coladas. Presented on tropical platters, sometimes with dramatic flaming accents, they embodied the era's festive spirit. Baby boomers embraced these wings at backyard luau's and themed dinners, where they added a touch of exotic indulgence. While their popularity waned with health trends in the 1980s, they've made a flavorful comeback. Today, Volcano chicken wings are celebrated for their nostalgic charm and bold taste, bringing fiery flair to modern tiki gatherings.
Cheese and pineapple hedgehog. The cheese and pineapple hedgehog was a playful yet visually striking dish that adorned many party tables in the 1970s. Toothpicks were loaded with chunks of sharp cheddar cheese and juicy canned pineapple, then stuck into a styrofoam ball or even a halved melon to mimic a spiky hedgehog. This quirky presentation not only delighted guests but also served as a conversation starter. This dish embodied the era's fascination with fun and interactive dining experiences. Its sweet and savory flavor profile made it an instant hit with both children and adults. Beyond its taste, the cheese and pineapple hedgehog was a testament to the 1970s ethos of creativity and accessibility in the kitchen. Hosts loved that it was easy to prepare yet added an element of surprise to their spreads. Although it has largely disappeared from modern menus, it remains a fond memory for those who grew up during this golden age of whimsical appetizers.
Tempura. Debuting in the late 1960s and rising to prominence by the 1970s, tempura became an essential tiki party appetizer, embodying the exotic flair and playful spirit of mid-century gatherings. This crispy Japanese delicacy, often featuring shrimp, vegetables, or even pineapple chunks, captured the imagination of party hosts looking to impress guests with global flavors. Served with tangy dipping sauces like soy-based tensuyu or spicy mayo, tempura fits seamlessly into the tropical themes of tiki culture, offering a light yet indulgent treat that complemented rum cocktails and colorful punch bowls. Hosts took inspiration from vintage cookbooks and culinary magazines of the time, showcasing tempura on bamboo skewers or in artfully arranged platters alongside other finger foods. Its golden, crunchy coating and bite-sized convenience made it a favorite centerpiece of the buffet table, often sparking conversations about its unique preparation and origins. Though its roots trace back to Japan, tempura's adaptability to various ingredients and dipping sauces made it a symbol of culinary fusion in the 1970s. Families fondly recall assembling platters of tempura for luau's and summer soirees, celebrating its delicate balance of sophistication and crowd-pleasing charm. Today, it remains a nostalgic nod to tiki-themed entertaining, blending a love for bold flavors and retro presentation.
Deviled ham spread. Deviled ham spread was a pantry staple in 1970s kitchens, offering a quick and flavorful solution for busy hosts. Made by blending canned deviled ham with cream cheese, mustard, and various seasonings, this spread was served with crackers or bread for an easy yet satisfying appetizer. Its creamy, tangy flavor made it a favorite at casual gatherings and holiday parties alike. The spread's popularity stemmed from its versatility and ease of preparation. Homemakers could customize the recipe with additional ingredients like chopped pickles or herbs to suit their guests' tastes. This adaptability made deviled ham spread a reliable go-to for entertaining. Though it has since been overshadowed by more modern dips and spreads, its simplicity and nostalgic charm continue to hold a special place in the hearts of those who remember it fondly.
Lobster puffs. Lobster puffs were a luxurious and indulgent appetizer that captured the vibrant essence of tiki parties during the mid-20th century. Featuring tender chunks of lobster enveloped in a rich, creamy filling and encased in light, flaky pastry, these puffs offered a perfect balance of decadence and sophistication. The use of fresh lobster highlighted the seafood-centric allure of Polynesian-inspired cuisine, while the delicate pastry provided a satisfying crunch with every bite. Often served alongside tropical cocktails like Mai Tais and Piña Coladas, lobster puffs epitomize the playful yet refined spirit of tiki culture. Though their heyday has passed, these appetizers continue to evoke nostalgia for an era of elaborate, island-themed entertaining. Their buttery aroma and golden, crisp exteriors made them an irresistible centerpiece on appetizer trays. Today, lobster puffs remain a cherished reminder of tiki parties, blending opulence with the carefree charm of tropical gatherings.
Ham roll-ups. Ham roll-ups were a creative and visually appealing addition to 1970s party tables. Thin slices of deli ham were spread with cream cheese and wrapped around a filling such as pickles, green onions, or asparagus spears. These bite-sized rolls were secured with toothpicks, making them easy to serve and eat. This appetizer reflected the era's emphasis on presentation and flavor. The salty ham paired with the creamy filling created a satisfying contrast that delighted guests. Ham roll-ups were a testament to the ingenuity of 1970s homemakers who transformed simple ingredients into elegant party fare. Their versatility and classic appeal continued to inspire modern variations.
Pineapple and Spam skewers. Pineapple and Spam skewers are the ultimate throwback tiki party appetizers, embodying the nostalgic charm of mid-century entertaining. Just as Aspic molds dominated holiday tables from the 1930s to the 1970s with their gelatin-filled artistry, these skewers capture the spirit of a bygone era with their bold flavors and vibrant presentation. Perfectly balancing the sweet tang of pineapple with the salty savoriness of Spam, these bite-sized creations evoke the tropical allure that made tiki-themed parties a cultural phenomenon. In the 1950s and 1960s, tiki culture flourished, inspired by exotic escapism and a fascination with Polynesian aesthetics. Pineapple and Spam skewers bring a touch of kitschy elegance to modern gatherings. The golden caramelization of grilled pineapple paired with the crispy edges of Spam transforms simple ingredients into a festive centerpiece that dazzles guests. These skewers are a practical yet stylish nod to retro entertaining. They can be assembled ahead of time and cooked quickly, allowing hosts to channel the meticulous attention to detail prized in vintage party planning without sacrificing convenience. As culinary trends shift toward nostalgic recipes with a modern twist, pineapple and Spam skewers are reclaiming their place in the spotlight, celebrated as edible art and a delicious homage to the golden age of tiki-inspired festivities.
Spinach dip. Spinach dip was a must-have at gatherings during the 1970s, a dish that combined simplicity with sophistication. This creamy concoction of chopped spinach, sour cream, and mayonnaise, often enriched with vegetable soup mix, found its home in hollowed-out bread bowls surrounded by bite-sized chunks of bread. The presentation was as appealing as the dip itself, turning ordinary ingredients into a centerpiece that caught everyone's attention. The charm of spinach dip lay in its versatility. Hosts could pair it with a variety of dippers, including fresh vegetables like carrots and celery or crispy crackers. Its creamy, slightly tangy flavor was universally loved, making it a reliable crowd pleaser. The use of dried soup mix reflected the 1970s obsession with convenience cooking, allowing home cooks to create something flavorful with minimal effort. Spinach dip also symbolized a shift towards more communal and shareable appetizers. Guests would gather around the bread bowl, breaking off pieces of bread to scoop up the rich, savory mixture. While modern versions have evolved with new ingredients like artichokes or cheeses, the original spinach dip remains a nostalgic favorite that encapsulates the creativity of 1970s kitchens.
Crab cake. Crab cakes rose to culinary stardom as an iconic tiki party appetizer in the 1950s and 60s, epitomizing tropical indulgence. These golden, pan-fried patties combined lump crab meat with breadcrumbs, mayonnaise, mustard, and a hint of Old Bay seasoning, creating a rich, flavorful bite that transported partygoers to island getaways. Originally inspired by Chesapeake Bay traditions, crab cakes became a symbol of exotic sophistication at mid-century gatherings, served alongside Mai Tais and pina coladas. Hosts often elevated their presentation by garnishing the cakes with a dollop of tangy tartar sauce or a squeeze of fresh lemon, lending a vibrant, zesty finish. Popularized by Polynesian-themed supper clubs, these appetizers quickly earned their place as a staple of the tiki movement, celebrated for their perfect balance of decadence and ease of preparation. By the late 1970s, their popularity waned as trends shifted toward lighter fare, but crab cakes endure as a nostalgic delicacy. Today, they continue to evoke the carefree glamour of retro island-inspired entertaining, making them a cherished addition to modern tiki-themed celebrations.
Vienna sausage. Vienna sausages were a simple yet beloved staple in 1970s party menus. These tiny, flavorful sausages were often skewered with pickles, olives, or cheese cubes, creating bite-sized snacks that were both convenient and satisfying. Their savory taste and tender texture made them an instant favorite for informal gatherings. Often paired with witty cocktail napkins or served in decorative dishes, Vienna sausages brought an element of fun and charm to party spreads. Their affordability and ease of preparation made them accessible to hosts of all skill levels, while their versatility allowed for endless customization. Whether served plain or enhanced with tangy dipping sauces, these sausages captured the spirit of the 1970s, a time when entertaining was all about creativity and inclusivity. Vienna sausages continue to hold a nostalgic place in the hearts of those who grew up with them, representing a simpler era of hosting and the joy of sharing good food with loved ones.
Shrimp toast. Shrimp toast, a quintessential tiki party appetizer, emerged as a culinary fusion of Chinese and American flavors during the mid-20th century, when Polynesian-inspired cuisine captivated diners across the United States. Popularized by the rise of tiki bars in the 1950s and 1960s, this crispy, golden treat featured a rich shrimp paste spread over slices of white bread, fried to perfection for a savory crunch. The delicate balance of umami-packed shrimp and buttery toast made it a must-have dish for tropical-themed gatherings, often served alongside vibrant Mai Tais or blue Hawaiians. Shrimp toast symbolized the allure of exoticism during the post-war era, when escapism and island fantasies were in high demand. Typically garnished with sesame seeds or green onions, it was a feast for both the eyes and the palate, blending simplicity with sophistication. Served on bamboo platters or in carved wooden bowls, it fits seamlessly into the elaborate, decor-rich settings of tiki culture, surrounded by torches, leis, and Polynesian motifs. Today, shrimp toast remains a nostalgic nod to the golden age of tiki parties, evoking memories of carefree evenings filled with tropical cocktails, ukulele melodies, and the indulgent flavors of mid-century Americana.
Pigs in a blanket. Pigs in a blanket brought a sense of fun and nostalgia to 1970s gatherings. Small cocktail sausages were wrapped in crescent roll dough and baked until golden brown. Served with mustard or ketchup for dipping, these playful appetizers were loved by kids and adults alike. The appeal of pigs in a blanket lay in their simplicity and universal appeal. They were easy to make, required minimal ingredients, and were always a hit with guests. Their whimsical nature added a light-hearted touch to party spreads, making them a staple of casual gatherings. While variations have emerged over the years, the classic pigs in a blanket remain a nostalgic favorite, evoking memories of simpler times and carefree celebrations. These appetizer became a favorite of Gen X children, who often snacked on these platters while their parents mingled at holiday parties. The bright colors and crisp textures made them an inviting addition to the retro photo albums of holiday gatherings in America during the 1970s.